Happy Thursday, everyone. Welcome to JTV Extra. I'm Sandra Younger, inventor of a cord knotting and design tool called the Knotty-Do-It-All. And today we have this fantastic lesson. This is a bead crochet, and I'm going to share with you some of my fantastic tips and tricks. This lesson does come from a tutorial that I do sell. It's called Bead Crochet by Sandra Younger. But this lesson is going to have like a ton of the tips and tricks I share for getting the perfect crochet, because let me tell you guys, I figured it out. I know flipping beads, how to get perfect tension, how to get the spacing just right, how to start and end it with just like extremely like professional looking results. This is going to be like a great lesson. You can ask questions and leave comments down below in case you haven't seen the little dialogue box on the bottom. And also the products that are on today's show, you can, like, if you want more information about them, you can click on them. And I know that there was one that was very low in stock, which is the JMO 359, which is the beads I'm using in today. Actually, I made the project with those beads, but I'm going to be using the blue beads, which I cannot pronounce, for the show, which are like these guys here. I don't know how to pronounce that. Every time I say it, I think I'm saying it wrong. Anyway, we'll get to the products on today's show, then my favorite part of the show, which is the customer slideshow. And very important, don't forget, it is the end of the month. So if you have any like brilliant cash that you've earned because it's your birth month, don't forget to use it. So, and forgive me if things are a little bit noisy today. They might be because just right outside my window, we are getting our palm trees cut, and they just chose to come at the worst possible time. Anyway, here are the products on today's show. All right, so let's see what we have first. Okay, dumortierite. Okay, I think I said that right. Sunset dumortierite, because I know that it does not, you don't pronounce it like it sounds, and I always feel embarrassed saying this word because I think I'm never saying it right. Anyway, it is a 8mm faceted large hole strand, and you can crochet these beads because, you know, today's project, the hole size, they're large hole beads, and that's one of the nice thing about crochet is that the hole size really doesn't matter. So I think it would work. Definitely it would work. So you know what? I might use those in today's project. I'll have to think about it. But this is an 8-inch length strand. They're really beautiful beads. And I think the pattern, I mean the faceting pattern is it's called a honeycomb, which I think is cool. And they're so pretty. I mean, these are really nice beads, and these can be knotted, crocheted, braided, macrameed. I mean, those are just some of the techniques that you can do with these beads, one way or the other, because I can make it work. And next we have our awesome Knotty-Do-It-All. If you don't have one, this board is like, you gotta have it. If you are making any kind of jewelry with stringing material, then this board makes it way easier. I mean, and there are so many techniques. I mean, I cannot list them, but it helps you like work faster. I mean, hands down, you get the job done a lot quicker. Time is money, especially if you're selling jewelry. And if you love making jewelry, it's so exciting to finish a project and move on to the next. So that for me is like the #1 thing, because I really love when something turns out extremely beautiful and I feel like I didn't struggle with it, and it was like quick and easy, and it's just like stunning. And it does transform into an instant loom, because I have this little clip here where I just take the threads and just run them along the length of the board, and it makes a really like fantastic loom. I've made so many beautiful bracelets just with this tool. It's because, you know, it's 19.5 inches long, so you have plenty of space to reconfigure it in such a way that you get a loom. And that is one of the nice things about these tools. I mean, you get the hardware and you can move it around, and just depending on what you're making, and it gets to where it is so intuitive. So if you know, nothing's worse than you want to like do like just one little thing and you just don't have the hands to do it. Well, this is it. I mean, this is like having like 5 or 6 extra hands like instantly. And it keeps your project secure, stable. It keeps the length while you're working. I mean, I can go on for hours about this tool. And we also have the little board. They're did I mention they're made in the USA? I think I did. So but you can clearly see there that they are made in the USA. And you get an instructional DVD, an ebook, tons of lessons online. All past JTV, no, most of my past JTV live stream shows are on my YouTube channel. So you can, like, if there's a show you missed or something that you saw from a while back and you want to like check it out again, you can go on there and review the the lesson that I did for that day. But I love this thing. I would be sad without it. I mean, I absolutely just love what it can do for me. And I hope that those of you that have one just feel the same way. And if you don't have one, you got to get one. Just an awesome tool. Rulers and inches and centimeters. It's got the bead and ring size chart. I just cannot say enough about it. It's just fantastic. And let's see our next item. I love this cord. It's 2-ply. It's very easy to split. Perfect for macrame. Technically, you can crochet with this. I mean, it's just because it has wax, there's going to be a little more friction. But I have successfully crocheted with this. The trick is just to get like a cloth and kind of like rub out some of the wax. And it's like, it works. It definitely works. Braiding, macrame, knotting, just rub off some of the wax and you're good to go. Maybe stretch it out, but it's very versatile. So, because of, the different tips and tricks that I, apply to this cord, it can be used for a variety of different techniques. And let's see, the next item, these are really cute. Okay, if you know the moose knot, I think these would be like the most adorable, dainty, like single, like bracelets. And in there, they make like fantastic like ends. Like if you want to put like an end part on a necklace, earrings. I mean, there are so many different things you can do with these, and they're so cute. These are the 4 different colors you get, like a diamond. The black one, I couldn't get it to it is not like resin. It's like a stone in there. I just couldn't get it to like show itself as being shy. And then the yellow and the blue. So really cute connectors. I have big plans for these little guys. I mean, big plans. And then the next, these are the beads I will be using on today's show, despite the fact it's, it's crochet. They are large hole, and you saw the project. It's just like beautiful. It couldn't come out any better. And these are blue, pink, and green marble bead strands with large holes, a set of 3. And these are it's a closeout buy, guys, of $42.99. Let me see how many are left in stock. 12. Oh no. You better buy them. If you want them, buy them. Close out, buy 42. Oh my goodness. That's sad because they're so beautiful. It's like, when you have a bead and you really like it, you just hope that it's like around forever. But these are really pretty. But so, I mean, if you want them, you better get them before they're gone. Oh my goodness. Is that right? Am I reading that right? Man, it says 12. Oh, sad. Oh, get them. And then, but just look how pretty they are. Oh, anyway, maybe they'll come back in stock. We never know. Or maybe something similar. And then the last item are these, the turquoise, jasper, and red aventurine and cherry glass 10mm rondelle, large hole. And you can technically crochet with these guys, but I prefer to braid with them. One of these days I'll do like, I don't know, maybe a segment on like, because crochet and braiding, they look very similar. Honestly, sometimes I look at my jewelry here and I'm like, is it crocheted or braided? But the interesting thing is that each technique looks, I mean, even though it looks the same cord-wise, it affects the shape of the bead. So the I like braiding the rondelles. These are beautiful. I've used them. And if you go back and look at like some of my past JTV projects, I have used these in several of the projects, so you can like check that out. Anyway, that is everything on today's show. Let me make sure that I covered everything. Oh, here's another shot of these. They're just beautiful beads. And oh my goodness, are these like low stock as well? Yes, there aren't very many left of these guys, and this is a closeout buy of $62.99, and you do get all 3 strands. They're very beautiful. I love the pink ones. All right, so let's go back. Okay, I got them all. Okay, so that's everything on today's show. We've got a full house, and for some reason my iPhone, it keeps like turning off, and I would just want to say hi to everybody. We've got like Joan, Michael, Rita, Crystal, Karen. I hope you're doing great. And so many more of you guys. You guys are like so funny. I'm sitting here laughing because of like the naughty Ella. Anyway, we've got a fantastic customer show, and here it is. All right, so first we have this necklace, Sarah, North Carolina. Ooh, I love it. This was last week's lesson, and boom, it was like, I think I got it like either the same day or the next, but I love the color combination, and the coral on top, just spot on, very, very nice. And here we have another picture of the back. Beautiful macrame slide knot with the double cord. Ooh, look at the little dangles on the end. Ugh, so... did you do those? Oh, they're wire wrapped. Okay, very beautiful. Thank you, sir. I love this necklace. And that beautiful glass pendant. Oh, it's beautiful. I love it. And then next, these are amazing. Nana Scotland. Oh my gosh. I'm just without words. What a great idea to, inside the little macrames to put, wait a minute. Oh, I see. You did 2 beads and then a charm. Oh, that is such a cool idea. Oh my God, I've never done that. Wow. And then the bottom bracelet is polymer clay. Oh, I'm just intrigued on that first one. So it's macrame on the outside, 2 beads, and then the charm, 2 beads. Oh, very nice, very clever. I really like that idea. And then next we have, oh, another one, Nana Scotland. Okay, these are, oh, look at those polymer clay pendants. Those are just amazing. You guys, towards the end of the show, we've got some other bracelets that Nana sent in that are just like stunning, but these are beautiful. And let's see, next we have, ooh, the seamless switch, Rhett San Diego. You know, when I saw these, I was just blown away. The color combinations are just spot on beautiful. Look at the one in the middle. It's got the beige and the red, and it's got the darker colored beads. Beautiful. Oh. Macrame slide knot. Yeah, okay, that pink one on the left looks a little bit different, but I believe they're macrame slide knots. And the stringing material is really interesting. I don't know what you use, but it looks really, really cool. Really nice. I was just blown away. And oh, next, oh, I love this necklace. Those are like my favorite like color combinations. It's like the blues and the beiges. This is just amazing. Susanna Louisville, thank you for making my day. When I saw this, I was just like, whoa, it's just amazing. And I was curious about that pendant. Like, what is it made out of? I have no idea. But guys, you got to admit, this is really cool. I love this necklace. And next we have Jess, South Dakota. Oh, this is like the ladder, but look how she does it. It's just, I like the tapering. It gets bigger in the middle and then it just tapers down. Really, really nice. And let's see, it's got the, let's see on the end, it's got a coil knot. It's got the button. Beautiful bracelet. Beautiful. And next we have Nana Scotland. The earrings, and these are made with cord. Isn't that such a great idea? It really saves, especially if you're using like sterling silver. And everyone knows that sterling is like so expensive right now. So using cord where you otherwise would use like metal is a great idea. These are really, really cute. And then next we have, okay, Laura Lee drilled these shells. She found them at Jack's Beach in Florida. And look how cute this is. So, that is another thing that you can do is like just find like things that you like and just, I do that all the time, just drill a hole in it and turn it into a necklace. And there's another one in a couple of seconds here that's really, really cute too. This is so, so pretty. And it's really nice because especially if you go on like vacation and you find shells and you bring them home, instead of putting them on your shelf, drill a hole and make a necklace. Stunning. And oh, this one's really pretty, just South Dakota. This one really caught my eye because I love the little details, like just like under the round focal, there's like this little tiny sprig of these macrame beads. I mean, things like that really, really make a piece a lot more interesting. So this is like, I noticed that. I think it's really cool. And it's got the ladder stitch, and I don't know what you did or how you did it, but it just looks like it's amazing. Wow, beautiful. Next, Susanna, Louisville, Kentucky. This necklace is, believe it or not, it's macrame. And I know that making a necklace, like a long necklace, especially macrame, takes a lot of time. But this one came out really nice, and I love your beads. Those metal ones are really pretty. It's got the macrame slide knot. I recognize that pendant. That's a JTV pendant. I have that pendant. Let's see. Oh, it's got the matching bracelet. Oh, girl, you got it all going here. Very pretty. And then next, Nana, Scotland. Ooh, okay, this one's I think it's a triple wrap. This one is macrame, I'm gonna guess. I love the pattern. I love the colors. It's very beachy. And ooh, look at the dangle at the end of the button loop. It's got it looks like a kind of like sort of like a tassel. Very, very nice. Let's see who we have next. And Sarah, North Carolina. Okay, I was really curious about this one, Sarah. Like, what cord is that? That looks like it's really, really thick. Is it like 3 or 4 millimeter faux leather? I was just very curious because I noticed that it's synthetic because the ends of the knots are melted. So, this is a really good idea, especially for those. I don't know what these beads have a specific name. I cannot remember what they're called, but I know that they have the center is like metal, and the holes are really, really big. Now, these are really pretty. Look at those beads. Look at the combination. It's perfect for St. Patrick's Day, which I'm going to guess that was the plan. And then next we have, okay, here's another one. I found all these shells here at Jack's Beach. I drilled the holes, finished them, and decorated them. Okay. That is so cool, but look at the necklace. Look how cute that is. Oh my God. Well, you're really good at drilling holes. I mean, I'm always like a little bit nervous because I know you have to do it like slow and steady. But like, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, 6 holes in that one shell. I would have been like gritting my teeth. And then it's got like wire wrapped, I'm gonna guess they're labradorites. Oh, and I just love the colors on the shell. And it's so shiny. I mean, did you find it that way? That's like amazing. Really pretty. And then next, another one, Sarah, North Carolina. Okay, this cord, I'm like intrigued. Okay, it's got the coil knot, this coil sliding knot, and those big beads again. Guys, if you know what they're called, please leave it a comment down below because I'm at a loss because I cannot remember what. I want to say European something. I don't know, but very cool bracelet. And let's see next, Jess, South Dakota. These earrings are so pretty, guys. Look at it. It looks like the sky. Is this? I'm thinking Larimar or some kind of jasper. But look at the top. It's got the little like. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's 6 sided. I don't know what that's called. I was gonna say octagon, but that is not an octagon. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. A septagon. I don't know. If you know, leave it down below. And it's got the little dangles on the end. Ooh, the wire wrapping is so cool. I wonder, I'm very curious if I could do that with stringing material. Wouldn't that be cool? Huh. Now you've got me wondering. Let's see next. Okay, guys, these bracelets by Nana are just like the detail is just amazing. And the on that first one, which I've got a bigger picture further down, but I mean they almost look like they don't even look like knots. They look like beads. So here's another one. Oh my, it's just so perfect. I mean, I'm looking at this and I'm like, it's flawless. It's just like, oh my God, and the thread size on that pink and purple one. Oh my goodness. I bet it's, and here's a close up. Oh my God, I'm just gonna stare at these for a second. The second one is like amazing. And I mean, they look like beads. And look, the one on the far right, I mean, I would have never guessed that these were macrame. God, I don't know how you do this. It's just honestly amazing. I would mess up like 1 minute into the project if I tried something like this. Wow. Anyway, guys, that is it. I am in awe. Thank you guys for sending in like all these beautiful pieces. And if you have anything you want to send in, send it to theknotty-do-it-all@gmail.com. Anyway, I will repeat that. It's theknotty-do-it-all@gmail.com. Ooh, and I'm so excited to get to our project. Woohoo! Okay, so I don't even know where to begin. Okay, I'm going to start by saying this project, I mean, crochet is extremely repetitive. I mean, what if you can do 5 beads, then you can do 50. So I'm gonna do like a bracelet version because I don't want to run out of time, but I want to cover a bunch of tips and tricks. If you want to make the necklace version, which I did, it comes out to 42 inches long in total, and it can be doubled. So you can like wrap it like twice around your neck, and then the button, I did a leather loop, so when you put it on, you'll have both the pendant and the leather loop in front. And the way you would string your beads on is like this. You just, when I crochet, most of the time, I would say 90% of the time, I string my beads on and then I crochet because I basically crochet off the spool. And I'll put this, I'll hold this here for just a couple of seconds. And I'll leave it here. I didn't count the number of beads. So, I mean, you guys can count them, but I put like half of them. And then 6, those silver beads on the bottom, they are 6mm beads. The nice thing about crochet, the size of the hole on the bead doesn't matter because, unless it's got to fit the cord. But the nice thing is it's a crochet that's holding the bead in place. So you you have a little more flexibility in the beads you use as like opposed to knotting. And then the pendant I put on last, I wire wrapped it. So this is the setup in case you want to make the necklace option. One thing that I want to talk about right now is there's this one step in the crochet process that's very important, and I'm going to show you why. Okay, back in the day when I first started like crocheting, see this is with Eslon 400 in case you're wondering. But one thing I didn't like was that the bead could technically like pop out through the back, and it causes problems because if that happens to one of your beads, then it's going to like lay funny and it's not gonna like lay like straight, especially if you want all your beads to be like even. So there is one little trick that I do that closes the back of those 2 cords, so that way as you can see here, let me see how you can't pop the bead through. And I think that step is really important. And for beads that are like 4mm and below, I don't do it. But if it's like 5 millimeter, maybe. It just depends. But once you start getting into the 8s and above, anything long, I definitely put that like extra like twist in there. And I'm going to show you like exactly what I'm talking about. One of the most important things when you're crocheting, of course, is like you want like the beginning to be clean. You want it to look, you know, like great. And I've got like probably the best tip, the best, cleanest way to get the job done. On this one, let's see, I started on the ring side. So we're going to attach the ring and look how clean it looks. It doesn't, you know, because when I first started, it was just very awkward. I just kept like doing anything and just keeping my fingers crossed that it didn't, you know, just pop apart. But this way is like perfect. So let's do it. Oh, and another thing, a cool tip. Let's say you make the necklace and you want to make a matching bracelet and you're like, oh, like how many beads? I don't know, because it can get kind of tricky. So the tip is you take your finished necklace, right? And let's say you want to have the matching loop, you want to have the matching button. What you do is, because all this in here adds to the length. So what I do is I put it on and then I just go like this and then, you know, so this counts as one bead. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if I wanted to make a single like crochet bracelet that matches my necklace, I just, you know, do this because it's already calculating for this part in here. So that is how I would calculate for the bracelet. So we are going to start by attaching the ring. And it's very interesting. I use a moose knot. Let me see if I could find, okay, I'm going to use these. And if you guys, it could get a little tiny bit confusing. But if you are very familiar with the moose knot, then this should be like pretty easy. And I know that some of you are left-handed like Laura Lee, and I kid you not, I've been like researching on like how, like what the trick is to like get it just right for like left-handed. And at one point I had the solution and then I forgot what the solution was. I like to just, you know, 15 inches, 15-inch tail is probably like more than what I need, but you know, because I did it a couple of times and I kept coming up short. So you just like have your long end, clip this in right here. And just you do your regular moose knot, but there is one little tiny thing that you are going to have to like change up. So you take your needle and you're going to wrap. There's 1, 2, and let's go one more, 3. Why not? Okay. At this point, normally I feed the cord through. However, we need a loop on this end. You know, some of the options are you can go through and go back, but it's easier just to do this. You take this thread right here and just like kind of fold it in half. Just like, hang on. And see, you make like a little like thing, and then you put that right into the eye of the needle. Hang on. Just like this. Oops. Hang on, let's do it again. Just like that. And don't like, just kind of like, don't pull it like all the way through and then just pop this. Because you need this. Oops, let me scoot up. This is going to be the very first loop of your crochet. So let's come in here and like tighten this up. Like I said, it's like making a moose knot and going in and then back through the loop. So let me come in here. In this part, you got to kind of like just look at the different threads to see like which one tightens the moose knot. Because if you can see like the diagram here, if I were to pull this all the way through, see that? It would be a regular moose knot, but I don't want to do that. So I'm going to come in here and tighten this. As tight as you can get it. So tight. Does that, oh, thank you, Ella. Does that, I hope I didn't confuse anybody. Okay, so you don't want to pull this one through because this one is going to be our very first crochet loop. So let me come in and make this short. Okay. Okay, I just for the record, one thing that I like to do is I put a lot of, because normally, I mean, for those of you that crochet, it's usually very gentle because you need to go back through the loops. I crank my loops down. And and I like to work fast. So I use a cleat on my board where I can like wrap the cord and just like really pull it. If you want to be a little more gentle, you can just use a clip, and I'll show you like how I do that. So here's my hook. Here's the loop. So I'm going to come in and put the crochet hook in. And the hook that I love, love, love is the Boye, B-O-Y-E, number 10. This is, and the reason is I've used a cheaper crochet hooks and they bend very easily. And once the tip bends, back in the day, crochet hooks were solid steel. So if you bent them, you wouldn't have, you could just like bend it back, no big deal. But these days they are nickel plated or plated with like something. So once that plating cracks, just don't even like try to save it. Just throw it out because it's going to snag your thread and it's going to make a complete mess and it'll make your life miserable. Because I thought, some of the crochet hooks I was using, they were very cheap. And I'm like, oh, I'm not throwing it away because, and then it was just like not worth it. So I'm going to like come in here and like just tighten this as much as I can. I'm going to, okay, this is where I think I might, let me see if I can do this so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I've got this, I need to clear the way here. Just 1 second, guys. That's one thing about the bead crochet. It takes up a lot of my, my space. Okay, right there. So we've got our first loop. Okay, this is really important. Okay, so you kind of like push it through a little bit and it's going to open up that loop. So let's get our first crochet in there. Pull it through. Come on. Ooh. Hang on, let me do it a little bit more. Because at this point, this loop is still expandable. So, oops. Let's grab it. Okay, so when you make your first one, see this loop, now we need to tighten it to close it. See that? Crank it down because that's going to you don't want that. You want it to be as tight as possible. And then from here on out, when you make your crochet, you just like pull it back towards you. So let me do 1, 2, and 3. And then I'm going to tighten. So, and one thing that I like to do, let me see if I got this is perfect. It just, I don't know, you could put like anything, a variety of things into the loop while you're working, but I like to just stick a scrap of cord. Let's see. And then one thing that, let me zoom out. One thing you can do before you start crocheting is like soften the cord because it makes it like easier it just makes it more supple. So one thing you can do before, which I've got a couple of ways of doing it. So you can get your peg, put your thread in there and just go back and forth like this, and this will soften it. It will be a lot of thread because it takes anywhere between like 200, 300, sometimes 400 inches of cord. So you'll have to do this and then wind it. But what I like to do, and it does just as good a job, is I just take my crochet and I just move it back and forth a couple of times. And what it does is it it kind of breaks up the bond that's on the thread, which I think I mentioned it's Eslon 18. I think this is bronze or like milk chocolate. I don't know. So you just kind of like put this back and forth. And right now, since I'm not going to, I use the cleat when I'm working on like bigger pieces. So since I'm going to be doing a little tiny piece, whoops. Oh my goodness. Okay, there we go. So when you slide, I want to get this in here as close as possible. So I'm softening. I'm going to slide the bead down. And so see this? I'm going under once. You know what? That's not in focus. I'll do the next one. And then I'm going to crochet like 5 like in between. So there's 1. And why is this not focused? Hang on. Okay, so there's 1, and then I tighten. I'm bringing the crochet hook back 1. And I open the loop up quite a bit. So it looks like to me, and I was observing myself yesterday, the hook gets pushed up to about like where this line is on the, where the thumb holder is. So there's 2, and then 2, 3, 4, tight, 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 and then 5, and then tighten. And then I bring a bead down. No, let me come back here. And then you do that twist. So it's kind of like you have your needle and you just like twist it towards you. Just hold your bead and then like hook it. And then you do 5 crochets. So there's 1, 2, and I'm going to tell you something really important in a minute. 2, 3, 4. Okay, 5. Okay. So when you're crocheting, you're introducing twisting into this part of the cord. And when I mean, the first few times I crocheted, I'm like, what is wrong with my necklace? Because like one side would be like perfect and the other looked like it was like something was wrong with it. And so, I thought, God, what could it be? And it took me quite a bit to figure out the problem. And the only reason I was able to figure this out was because one day I thought, oh, I'm going to crochet with 2 cords, and one thing I noticed is that they started twisting, and I'm like, that's it. When you're crocheting, you're adding a twist into the cord. So every once in a while, guys, you need to like release the twisting. And I would say the rule of thumb is like every maybe 12 to 15 crochets if you want it to be like just right. And another thing that's like really helped me, because I thought, oh, I'm going to be like doing this untwisting for a long time. So the nice thing about the cleat is that if you work farther away, I mean, I've worked like maybe like 5 feet from my board, and I just like crochet, along the way. The farther you are, the less often you have to do that unwinding business, which I'm going to show you in a second. So it kind of makes it go by a little bit faster, but like something for like a bracelet or something like short, it's not that big a deal. But it's definitely something that you want to think about if you're going to be doing this. So you saw that I crocheted, and right now there is probably a lot of like twisting right in there that needs to be like released. So what I do is I open the my loop up. I just stick something in there to lock it in, and never trust the hook on your crochet, because I've done that where I just like tightened up to the top of the crochet hook, and then I thought, oh, it's going to hold it, and it did not. It was a mess. So right now, this is going to you'll see. I'm going to hold this and see how. Can you even see that? See how it? Well, you couldn't see it, but it was like untwisting. Oh, you can't. Oh, I can't get it on the video, but it definitely just like untwisted itself. And then you just clip it back on, and you expand this part out, and then put the hook back in, and then you do like 5 crochets. Out, twist towards you, and then 1, 2, 3. And see how the hook is definitely going towards like at least this part to just have the loop big enough so that you can get the hook through. And very important, always come back towards you. Is that 5? I think it was 5. I don't know. And then you could just get a little more cord, and then 5 more. So there's 1, tighten, 2, 3, 4. And this is because I've tried the let's see, if I let the beads fall on the hooks. You know what? I need to try that. Thank you, Susanna, because I don't know. I've tried like everything that's horrible when suddenly the hook falls out, then everything that you crochet just just comes like falling out. So it's very like repetitive. Let me just put this in. And you could change up the number of crochets in between. I mean, there's a bunch of different ways. You could do 1 crochet. You know what? Let me see if let me see here if I have any. Let's see, faux leather knotting, zigzag. Huh. Okay, here we go. Oh, and another thing I just want to like cover only because it's just very repetitive. The cord that you use makes a huge difference. Like on this one, I used the Griffin, the stuff that comes on the built-in needle, and it just gives it's just a different. I mean, I like it, but it's definitely not. It doesn't lay as like flat or like the Eslon 18. I mean, but I do like it. This is so pretty. See, I'm getting distracted, guys. This is so pretty. I got to finish it. Oh, I love that. And it's just different. Okay, so here's this one. And let me see if there's anything I have to say about like anything else that I have down here. Okay, so this one I definitely did a double twist. Okay, so if the beads are like really big, sometimes a single twist isn't enough, so you have to do 2 of them. So this one came out really nice. Look at that. This is I don't know, smoky quartz, I think it is, or something like that, but really pretty. Look at that. But a double, so the longer the bead, sometimes I've done up to a triple, but it's fun to experiment with different types of stringy materials. Silk, by the way, is really nice. Oh, I love crochet. Oh, it's probably one of my favorite threads to crochet with, only because it's just so like smooth, and you don't have to like do any like softening like I do, like when I do this to like soften up the cord, because it's already like super like soft. So let me like keep going here and twist, and let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I want to talk about, I know I mentioned it in during the product lineup, but rondelles, I like crochet. If I'm going to use a rondelle, I prefer the braiding. Because it lays better than if you crocheted it. I don't know what it is, but that is my preference. So interesting thing, the braiding and the I did that. Yeah, they look very similar once you like finished your piece, and sometimes honestly I cannot tell them apart. One thing though it's interesting, they both, oddly enough, take up the same amount of thread. The time is almost exactly the same, because I did, I timed myself doing one and the other, so there's no real advantage to like picking one over the other. The one thing that I can say about either one is the crochet does have a softer hand. And let's see, the other thing, oh, this is interesting. if I were to braid with this cord and make a necklace and crochet with the same thing, the crochet will look thicker. So let's say you want something that's on the thicker, it's not thick enough. Let's say the braiding's not thick enough, then the crochet will be a little bit thicker. And let's see, let me untwist. See, you could see it like untwisting, right? And that is the trick to keeping the see how pretty they just lay. It's just perfect. So I want to do, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then let's do one more. Oh, I've got time. Huh. Let me get this one. Let's see. Don't do what I just did. No. Oh, no. Oh, that's the worst. Oh, always keep your eye on the hook, guys. I do that, and then I have to just come back in and like redo it. So I did 5. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, I'm going like this to tighten it. And 5. And I want to show you something else. Hang on, let me see if I can grab that cool necklace. Okay, is it 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so, okay, I'm going to stop there for a second because oh no. Hang on, let me put this down. There's something important here. This, let's see, this one. Oh, this one I did 2 in between. Look how cool that is. So really experiment with your thread and your bead sizes because like anything can be crocheted. That's really cool. So let's see what else we have here. There's one in particular that I'm looking for. Is it that one? No, it's one where I just crocheted like one bead in between. I mean, one crochet in between, but oh, where is it? You know what? I think I can't find it, but here, I'll show you some more stuff. I just want to show you how this looks. These are like side drilled, like beads. So let's say you've got some side drill beads and you're not sure if it's going to look good crocheted. Well, I'm here to tell you it looks fantastic. I think oh my God, I love this necklace. And this one, I think it's like 60 inches long. Well, I don't know, it's a tangled mess, but look at that. And this one is 3 crochets in between. Isn't that pretty? And this one, you know, I finished it with a clasp. So look at that, beautiful. So let me get this. Okay, this part, very, very important because remember, I'm just doing like the bracelet version here. So I think I got 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I'm going to do my last one. This part. Okay. So what you do, bring your bead down. You do 1 crochet, just one, just like this, and then you expand it out. So I always do, my rule of thumb, 9 inches is good enough for me. So I make the loop to where it's like 9 inches long. And then I cut this part. So let's see, let's get this in here. Okay, so right here, see, so basically it's a long loop because if I could tighten it this way. So, but what I do is I make an overhand knot. So see here, I'm going to come over. I don't even know how to explain it. You just grab this cord, bring it over, under and over, and then you pop it through to make an overhand knot. Let me grab this. See that? It's an overhand knot. and then I'm pulling it towards me to tighten it. And that's how you get this nice and tight. And so these guys, let's do these. Oh yeah. Yes, I have. See, Nana, I've got it in me. I can do like this kind of thing. This is like knotted, but this one is loomed and it took forever. Yeah. I started doing this one and I lost patience like after the third like little square, and I'm like, forget this. And then so I just braided it because I don't know how like people do that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, next. Now we are, okay, you know what? Let's just go to this side. Let's just get this part done with. Okay, so what you need to do on this side is cut this cord. And now we got, it's very important that you melt it to a nice little ball. Perfect. And one thing I do, like when I'm using this thing, like I blow, because that stuff, guys, it get right into your face. Or you can like have like a fan on that'll blow like the smoke away from you. So now you've got like a nice, like clean, beautiful, perfect finish on this end. And now we are going to put the button on. I prefer like nothing bigger than a 12 millimeter. And one thing I do on a couple of my clips is I bend this part like like out a little bit because it helps see right here, the jaw. See how it helps open it up more? So it's perfect for getting the button. And this one, let's make sure that it's the size I said it is. So this one is, yep, right at 12 millimeters. And I mean, you could use a bigger button, yes, if you have like the sliding a coil knot finish on the end, because otherwise, but since I'm going to be doing just a very like simple like leather loop like this, size does matter because this one's, you can't close it. It's not the slider type. All right, so now this dangling end here, let's put that aside. We are going to, this loop here that was like closed, we are going to cut it right there. And we are going to put the button on with those two. So for some reason, I don't think it makes a difference, but for some reason, I like to put the button on going in like this and then back through. You know, honestly, you know what? I've never done it. I'm going to do it. Let's try it because maybe it doesn't make a difference, or maybe it does. Let's find out. I am just in the habit of doing it the other way, but I'm going to try it this way to see if it makes a difference. Okay. So now we're going to put this part, just open it up, put the button in, and if the clip is a little bit wobbly like mine is here, you could take some like a scrap of thread. Let's see, what do I got here? Let's take some of this. Just it could be like just enough like to get the job done. Because I don't think this clip is for, this board I'm using is like so old. Okay, let's get it. Yeah, perfect. Let me just trim this. I used some leadered needle thread. Okay. Let me turn this. Okay, so now I'm going to start eyeballing the distance. So let's see. So not too close, not too far. Probably about right there is good. About right there. And now I'm going to clip this. Just like, okay, this one here though, we need to move it out. It's that way. because we're going to get it tucked in nice and neatly. So let me, well, right there, let me hold this and clip. So that is a perfect distance. And what I do with this thread, I don't melt it off. What I do is I kind of like, what? Okay, I'm confused now. Okay, something's wrong. Because these threads I need, okay, yeah, that's it. I was like, what are you doing? Okay, so this one here, I'm going to feed it through the hole, just like that. And I'm going to macrame over them with these cords. I shouldn't have clipped them in. Remember, I'm trying to like do something a little different than I normally do, but see, you've got your space there. And I think what I'm going to do to, for this cord, I am going to clip it. Just so it's nice, straight, and kind of sort of out of the way. Oh, this is not, hang on, let me get a different clip. Nope. Okay, that's better. Let me clip this in here. Hang on, guys. It's because I don't want to lose my tension on this part here. Okay, so I think I'm gonna bring it back a little tiny bit. Okay, so now I want to start macrameing going backwards. So there's top and bottom. And once you do a top and a bottom, it's locked in. So then you can like come and put your like glue stuff. Oh my God, I got 4 minutes. Okay, I gotta go fast. Top, bottom. This is this adhesive stuff I'm using. It's like the equivalent of like Mod Podge. Yeah. But you can use clear nail polish, works really well. Oh no, 4 minutes, guys. I gotta do this fast, pronto. And I'm just gonna like start talking about the leather loop on the other end. I just cut 12 inches of leather. I know it's probably a little too much, but that's what I use. Okay, let me do this. I'm blowing. Tap it down. And this thread here, just like bring it through and then trim it close, just because you don't need to melt it because it's not, but melting it isn't going to like help keep the bracelet together at all. I'm not going to melt this part because I don't want to run out of time. So what you do with your 12 inches of leather is now we're going to make a loop on the other side. So okay, so pin in a clip 1 inch apart and the loop in here, just like this. I'm going to offset by like 3 inches only because I'm not doing like a triple moose knot. I'm doing just a double. So I'm going to put this in here and take a peg and just go once around. So it's here, you see here I've got the double, and then I'm going to go through here because I do a double because I just don't want it to be so like bulky. And then you slide it down just like this. And now the loop that you make, it just has to be, the knot that you make on this end here, whoops, just has to be big enough so that your button goes through. So let's see what we can do here. About right there. So I'm going to put this in the clip. And I've got to, let's see, I'm going to bring this around just like that. I'm going to hold it, put these two right through, and I'm going to tighten up to the clip because, and then at this point you can kind of like tweak it a little bit. If you think you made it too big, you can kind of like scoot it down and then tighten it. And then what I like to do is take a single edge razor or some very sharp scissors and just cut. And there it is. And I am going to put it on. And one way to put it on is just to take a scrap of thread. Let's do this before I depart, because this really helps. You take a scrap of thread, put it in the loop, whoops, just like this, and hold it, wrap it, and it's perfect. Ta-ta. Oh, it's so cute. And one thing I like about it is that this little button part, it it kind of works its way to where it's like right on the edge of your arm. Let me get some of this off so I don't. See, oh, look how cute that is. Perfect, beautiful finish. The beads are straight. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned a lot, and just remember that work off the spool. If you have any Brilliant Cash, make sure to check out if you have anything in your cart and use your Brilliant Cash. Anyway, guys, I will see you next Thursday. Bye.